Hi, I'm Doug Warner, Principal Trombone of the Chattanooga Symphony and Opera. As principal, it's my job, I see it as my job to do two main things, and that is to try to match as closely as I can to our principal trumpet, Dave Hobbs. He sort of sets the bar stylistically, how he wants it to be performed. So my first job is to match him, and then it is to lead the other members of the low brass section, and hopefully following the way I play, which if I'm playing as a team member with Dave, then hopefully the whole brass section works as one unit. I have wanted to play trombone almost as long as I can remember. It's sort of ironic. I grew up in an amateur musical family, so I've been around music, although no one else in my family does it professionally. But my dad had a very good friend growing up who played trombone, and he and my dad would get asked to play in these small country churches in rural Pennsylvania several times a year. And whenever they get invited to do that, it was a good excuse for our families to get together and have a meal, and they would rehearse. And I was so fascinated by the sound of the trombone. I was telling my parents as long ago as I can remember, I want to play trombone when I'm old enough. And so that's what got me interested in trombone. I started on piano when I was 7, and then as soon as I could switch over to trombone in the 4th grade, I did so. It's difficult to have a favorite. My first performance memory is in 6th grade, I think. It was one of my very first middle school band concerts, and the band director asked me to play a big solo with the band. It was Home on the Range, and I look back at the part, and it was extremely simple, but I got to stand up in front of the band and play. I think maybe that sealed it from there. I was destined to go on. As a trombonist, I would probably mention just a few other trombone players. Certainly the leading orchestral trombonist in the world today would be Joe Alessi. He plays with the New York Philharmonic. Also one of the leading teachers. As I was growing up, my generation tried to imitate the Chicago Symphony brass section. They were the standard setters, as it were. Personally, one of my former teachers, Tony Chippern, who's retired from the Cincinnati Symphony, was very influential on me as a player and as a teacher. There's not a day goes by I don't put into practice something that he told me, either in my own performing or in my teaching of students. You know, the advice I'd have for someone wanting to play trombone would probably be the same advice I would give to just about anyone wanting to play a musical instrument. I think the most important thing is to get private instruction. There's nothing that substitutes for that one-on-one time with you and a teacher, and where you can really hone your skills. But in addition to that, I would say, believe it or not, do some singing. You don't have to be a fabulous operatic soprano or a basso profundo. You just need to be able to match pitch and carry a tune. It's so important as an instrumentalist to be able to hear what you're about to play, and the only way that you can really ensure you do that is to be able to sing. I would say it's two places, either Lookout Mountain or Signal Mountain in the fall. I'm so looking forward to the next month, because as the leaves will change color and the weather is cooler, I don't get as much time to be outdoors as I would like, especially now that I live in Cleveland and not in Chattanooga. But those are some of my favorite memories from when I was living in Chattanooga all the time, was just to be able to get outdoors on one of the mountains and enjoy nature. I invite you to join us this season as we inspire, engage, and enrich the Chattanooga community with music. If you visit our website, www.chattanoogasymphony.org, you can find out more information about myself, the rest of the musicians, and our upcoming concerts.